Hello everyone on YouTube and welcome to a new 3D Artcore tutorial, and this time we will start by a project overview because I got asked from one of the fans on my Facebook fan page to teach you how to create this, actually to create a tutorial on how to create all this scene. So the overview is actually, most of it is because at the picture as you see it, or how the angles that I'm taking the shoots from, you may think that this construction is like much builded, like a fully complete building, while it's actually very simple, only one wall, and everything is based on this background wall, okay? And this is mainly the reason for it. I'm making this overview just so you will know better what are you intending to create. By the way, it doesn't mean that it's not okay. It's pretty much what you need in order to render just simple quick sequence in this set. Actually it's like a set, okay? So that's pretty much it. We will start by creating all sorts of stuff to assembly this set and how it looks. Basically I have a new layer, another layer here on my layers, and these all items are actually somewhere in the scene, which you not supposed to see them. They are like my other references, objects that I've tried to assemble to this set, but I found most of them are not usable here, or some of them are just for in case that I will need to add more things in it. So I will have my first object that I've modeled. That's pretty much it. So let's start. Okay, we will create a file. We will go to create over a new folder project. So go over File, Project window, click on New. We will call it Spaceship Tutorial, okay? Tutorial. That will be the folder of the project, and click Accept, and then File, Set Project, and set it to be the Spaceship Tutorial, okay? By the way, this folder should be created inside your Maya, inside your documents, Maya projects, okay? If it's not, make sure where you did create it, okay? And finally click Set and File, New Scene, and yeah, don't save this. Okay, so at first we will create the floor, which is very simple to do. I've already taught you this in other tutorial on how to create this, but still this is a different tutorial, so we will cover this also. So first, shading, smooth wireframe as always, and go over create polygons primitive, and make sure the interactive creation is not marked with V, okay? I'm not using it, so just so you will know this. Okay, we will start by creating a cube, and you see the grid. I want this cube to be at the size of these 4 squares together, okay? So I will scale it that way, and see, and you go over the attribute editor. You can open the attribute editor for this particular object by tapping Ctrl A, okay, and switch to the polycube tab, and I want you to add 8 subdivision for width, height, and the path. Now, by the way, if you don't have this tab here, make sure that your history construction on and off is turned on, okay? by default it should be on, but if you use it somewhen, so just make sure it's turned on. Now we want to smooth preview this cube, so press 3 to do so, and this is what we will get. Now thing is, I want you to right click on top of it, choose faces, and choose only these faces. Okay, so we will left only with this part, the upper part. Press delete to delete those faces, tap F8 to bring it back to object mode, and choose modify center pivot, so the pivot will placed in the middle of this surface. Now I want you to make it like so it will be on the grid surface height. Okay, you can modify it by adjust it by using the fore view and then the side view, just to see things better and do things correctly. Now after you've done so, I want you to grab this and bring it over here. Now we want to hold down the shift and press F at the same time to create, shift and D, okay, shift and D to duplicate it. Now we will move this cube, this surface over here, but I want to make sure that it doesn't touch it, okay, shouldn't touch this, okay, and when it's okay, tap shift D once again and it will create another one with the same values, like it's placed at the side with the same distance in between, like here. Okay, shift D again, and actually it will continue to duplicate this item along this path. Okay, the path is because I chose to move it to the right of this cube. Okay, if you move it otherwise, like if I will move this up and hit shift D, it will start create stairs, okay, which is very beautiful. So you can do many things with this shift D, but for now let's undo this and shift D just to create another one, and we will place it here and shift D again once or twice. Actually this one, these two are like shift D. I think I have two pieces here, so I don't want them. Okay, maybe I will undo this and this and this and this and this and then shift D. Yeah, I will have to, it's like resetting itself, so I have to do this again. Shift D, no, Control Z, move it a little bit closer, and okay, you got the point, right? Trying to create a surface here and maybe more. Shift D a couple of times and grab them all, and shift D for all of them together and move them over here. Let's zoom in to see things better, and shift D once again when it's placed. Now we have a huge surface of chocolate, okay, and chocolate is good, so we created this surface and that's fine. You may want to create more, not sure, it really depends on you. Maybe I will create more. By the way, just a quick explanation, I've cut this cube at first just because I want to reduce the amount of faces here, so that way we will have less movement issues while we are moving inside the work area. Okay, and when you placed it somewhere like this, I want you to group them all. Go over General, Group, modify Center Pivot. Okay, I have noises here, but sorry about it. And after you center the pivot, you go over the Show High Channel here and click on it once or twice. You have a channel box written here, so you will know where is it. And click on this little icon here, create a new layer and assign selected object. Okay, this will assign all those selected objects into the layer. Okay, you click twice on this, you will get this pop-out menu, call it floor, okay, and pick a color for it, okay, and choose save. Okay, now after you're done, so it's better to create a first save for this scene. So save scene as, and we'll call it hangar. Okay, so the hangar file.mb will placed in the scene folder in the spaceship tutorial over project, Maya, and documents. Okay, this is the main file, the first file we created, and choose save as. Now it's better to create copies along the different copies with different names in order to always have backup or something. So make sure you do so. Now the next thing will be to create the wall. Okay, now the wall is very important because we need to be very precise in what we are doing here, because continue on when we will continue this tutorial, we will have to do some extra things like creating extra objects that will have to fit this wall structure. So we will start by creating polygon cube. Okay, and by the way, you don't have to make the smooth preview applied always. That can also make things heavier. Okay, so by the way, if you like to select all the objects that belong to this floor layer, what you need to do is right click on the layer, choose select objects. It will select them all like a group. Okay, now you can press 1 to undo the smooth preview, and that's cool. You can also get rid of it, but we need to not get rid of it, but hide it for as long as you want. But we need it to rely on when we're creating this wall right now. So keep it inside the scene, and we will bring this cube we created over here. Choose the scale tool from here and grab the middle cube in this scale gadget and scale it so it will cover this surface, okay, which is supposed to be the wall thing. Now, as you can see, the cube was centered. I just moved it to one side, and when I scale it, it's supposed to be scaled equally to the surface. Okay, so that means that our surface is not really centered. So what I will do, I will right click on the floor layer and choose selected objects, and then I can maybe center them so we won't have other issues later on. Okay, and I think that's fine. Let's grab the cube again, and here I want you to scale it like so the width of the wall shouldn't be so thick, and you want to bring it up so it will meet here, it will meet the floor, but like so. Okay, now I will switch to 4 view and expand my side view. Okay, by the way, if you want to expand the side view, you just need to put your mouse cursor over one of those windows and tap on your space bar. Okay, so it will expand it. If you want to move out back to 4 view, spacebar again. Just put your mouse cursor over the desired window. Okay, so right click on top of this wall, choose vertices, and we will choose these vertices. Okay, now with the move tool, okay, selected, you can bring them to meet here. Now the thing is that you can hold down X, okay, so it will convert this cube here to a circle, and that means you can snap them into the grid line. It's trusting on those lines here. So if I will continue, you see it's always jumping to the next following grid line. So this way you know it's in the same place. Now I will go over the top, and here I will catch those two vertices, manually start to dial them down, but let's see the scene proportion. Okay, something like this. It's okay. So you can just snap them to the next near grid line, like that. By the way, we are looking from the side. Okay, now if I will switch to the perspective view, this is what you will get. Now you may want also to adjust those two vertices here for the side, like so, and hold down the X and move them so they will meet the floor. It's not always happening because Maya will try to rely on the grid lines and not the floor lines right now. Okay, we have a baby somewhere near, and she is shouting. Okay, so this is the wall, and from here I want you to right click on top of it. By the way, switch to object mode by tapping on F8, right click, choose edge, and choose this edge. Hold down the control, right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Okay, again you hold down the control while you select the edge first. Hold down the control, right click on top of it, choose edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, and release both of them, the control and the right mouse key. So it will create a centered half cut of this face, this cube. Okay, and here what I want you to do is first make sure that it's really at the same place where this vertex of the grid, this axis of the grid is. Okay, that means that we are centered. And now I want you to go over mesh and edit mesh, edge loop tool, let's find it, mesh, we are looking for it, but doesn't seem to cooperate. Where is it? Okay, insert edge loop tool. Okay, click on this box here and insert edge loop tool. Okay, here is it. It should pop up out on top of your window, but if not, click on it, reset tool, and choose multiple edge loops. Okay, and down here type something like 6 or 8, maybe 4, no, 6, it's okay. Okay, and hit enter, and then with your mouse cursor tap here and the top edge here, so it will create this thing. Then reset the tool, okay, and close it. Now tap on F8 to bring it back to object mode and select the selection tool. You can do it by tapping on Q on your keyboard. Hold down the first object mode, F8, hold down the shift, right click, insert edge loop tool, and I want you to create edge loop, one edge loop here, like that, maybe like that, like so. Okay, here, and one more here, just like so. And now switch to the selection tool, so this way you are getting out of this edge loop tool mode. Tap on F8 once or twice, and now I want you to choose these faces, first the entry will be here, so the entry will be here, and then we want these two to be okay, that's very important. So okay, let's grab those two and those two that way. Okay, so we have 4 and 2 on the sides, and that's cool. Now I want you to click on Extrude tool on the Polygon tab, make sure you are at the Polygon here, Polygon and Extrude. So that way we are extruding these a little bit out, like so, okay? And then extrude them, see how much? Extrude them once more, and hold down the control and push this cube over the blue gadget arrow inside while you are holding the control, okay? And maybe the red cube a little bit, just like so, and that's fine, okay? Press F8, extrude once again, and bring them, okay, don't bring them, just tap once on this cube, and let's grab the middle cube and try to do another frame, just like so, here, okay? So after you've done something that should look like this, you manually pick this, shift double click on this one, it will grab this frame inside, okay, that inside frame we created. Shift click this one, shift double click on this one, shift click this one, shift double click this one, and we will do this to the rest of them, and okay, and extrude them out just a bit, not much, just a bit, okay? This is too much, just need a little bit details here. F8 to bring it back to object mode, and right click on top of the wall, choose edge. I want you to double click on one of those edges, so it will choose the whole loop of this edge, and hold down the shift, right click, choose slide edge tool, and I want you to slide with your mouse, with your middle mouse wheel, click and slide this edge just a little bit lower, like this, okay? What you need to do when it says slide, you hold down, you click on the mouse wheel, hold down and drag it from left to right in order to place it where you want, okay? Tap F8 to bring it back to object mode, and then shift, hold down the shift, right click, choose insert edge loop tool, and we will create another edge loop just above it here, okay? Now we need to make this kind of thick to this in between them, okay? Thickness or space in between them. Now I want you to grab one by one, okay, these faces, and extrude them just like so. By the way, let me check something. Okay, no, don't extrude them. I had a problem here. I were in keep faces together it wasn't applied. We need to apply this keep faces together. By default it will be applied, but if it's not the case, just in order to make those, you need to the keep faces together to not be applied, just to make those particular things, those kind of windows or something. And when you're here, you need them to be turned on, this feature keep faces together, so make sure you do so. And this one we don't need. Okay, we only need these, the front ones. So you click on the first, shift, double click on the last one, it will select everything in between, but you can see it didn't select all the rest in this side. Now extrude this out just like so. Okay, it should be like a sidewalk, but upper sidewalk. Okay, and yeah, here it's fairly enough. Now we will grab those four. Okay, and it's like a stage. We want to extrude those four a little bit more over here. Okay, that way. And let's grab those two and extrude them out like so. Okay, something like that, maybe less than this one. By the way, I'm trying to create something similar, not something that it's very precise like the other one. Okay, so make sure you don't get confused. We are trying to learn how to model more than trying to copy the same scene. It should look the same, somewhere in the same, but we shall see where it's taking us. Okay, so that's it for the wall. The next thing is to grab this wall first, and we want to select it and apply it to a new layer from the channel box. Okay, make sure you click on this once or twice. You see channel box here, and click this create new layer and assign selected object, and tap on the layer one twice and type in wall and pick a color and choose save. Okay, so now we have this wall here, and basically this area here was supposed to be the door entry, and we can add more details to it and maybe get rid of it. Okay, just to make an open hole and then assign a door for it. But for now we will leave it as it is, and I want to start by creating, and in the next part I want to start by creating the rails here. So you know, it's like a fence, security fence, so people won't fall from here, and the letters. Okay, so we will continue this at the next part. I hope you enjoyed this part, and see you soon at the next tutorial part. Till then, bye.